Hello, and welcome back to our Daily Games series. I'm still fuming from yesterday's finish. I'm never gonna emotionally, physically, mentally, psychically, cosmically recover from the Glenn Close debacle of April 29th, 2022. And the only way to redemption is to go again. Unfortunately, I don't even have a guess to start off with on Worldle. My only piece of information here is this little area. You got straight lines and either a dock or a peninsula or something. So I think this might be a relatively small country if you can see that kind of detail. It could be an island, which would be scary. There's also something going on over here that doesn't look very natural. Like the kind of angle doesn't really make sense to me. Um, but if this is one island or like a micro state, I don't have a guess. You know, this could be Jersey. This could be the Isle of Man. This could be um all kinds of things. I don't have a hemisphere. I don't have a continent. I don't think this obviously is not San Marino or the Vatican City because they are not on a coast. It's not Monaco. It's not Singapore. Hmm. I'm gonna go with. It's not Malta. It's not Cyprus. It could be like Gibraltar, maybe. What if it's Gibraltar? I don't think it's Gibraltar. I don't think Gibraltar has this little area, unless Spain, like, hooks around. There's definitely not water on this part of Gibraltar. All the water in Gibraltar is to the south. And maybe, like, slightly the east and west. But let's see. 8,000 kilometers southwest. So that could be the Caribbean, although I think it's more likely this could be the Falkland Islands. This could be St. Helena. This could be South Georgia. This is terrifying. Let's go to Falklands. Okay, way further north than I was guessing. 6,500 kilometers straight up. So that would maybe be Bermuda, maybe Madeira. I think Madeira would be like west of Gibraltar, not southwest. Maybe this would be like the Canary Islands. Let's go Bermuda to start off with. Close, but still 3,000 kilometers back south. I don't know where St. Helena is. I know it's in the middle of the Atlantic somewhere between South America and Africa. That's where Napoleon was exiled the second time. Oh no. All right, that makes sense. I knew it was pretty far south, and I don't think it's South Georgia either, because that's like further south than all of these. So if it's not Bermuda, what is it? Could this be in the Caribbean? Again, you know, this is not the if it is in the Caribbean, this would not be the first time I've quibbled with their cardinal directions they're giving us. Nothing in the Caribbean is due south of Bermuda or due north of the Falkland Islands. I also don't think Bermuda or the Caribbean, I mean, it technically, I suppose, is southwest of Gibraltar. That one is much harder to quibble with. But then what was it? It was when it was Zimbabwe. They said it was south. Never mind. I think that was also accurate. Apparently, I don't know what I'm talking about. But I don't know what to guess here. This is either an island in the middle of the ocean that I've not thought of, like, but Madeira. I don't even know how to spell Madeira. Isn't it like this? It might not even be an option. Maybe it's like. It might not be an option because I'm pretty sure it's just like a state of Portugal. That would be like having Florida as an option on here. Same for the Canary Islands. Yeah. So I'm at a bit of a loss. If we go into the Caribbean, what would we be dealing with? Not Trinidad and Tobago, perhaps Barbados, perhaps St. Lucia, perhaps St. Kitts and Nevis, perhaps, or is it St. Nitz? I think it's St. Kitts, right? Yeah, St. Kitts and Nevis. Perhaps Martinique, perhaps Guadeloupe, perhaps Dominica. There's so many options. Curacao. This isn't Curacao. I would recognize Curacao from GeoGuessr. It would at least be like more east-west oriented than north-south. I don't know exactly what Curacao looks like. I'm tempted to go St. Lucia, just because it's one island as opposed to like St. Vincent and the Grenadines, St. Kitts and Nevis, Antigua and Barbuda. Okay, we are in the Caribbean. Interesting. There's no way this is like Suriname, right? Because St. Lucia, I believe, is in the Minor Antilles, or the Lesser Antilles, excuse me. It's that like arcing chain of islands that kind of forms a straight line south once you get past like the Virgin Islands. It's like you have Cuba, Hispaniola, Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, and then it starts turning south. You have like Antigua and Barbuda up here. You have somewhere along the lines Dominica, Grenada, Barbados, and it ends with like Trinidad and Tobago, and then you get into South America. I'm gonna say let's go Grenada. I think this might be our second Worldle L. Yeah. That's the country of Colombia. I beg to differ. What? That's just straight up Colombia? So they must just have a weird border with Venezuela where like they have straight lines and this little tentacle sticking out. I've never noticed that. I also, yeah, okay, I kind of remember this because this is like Bogota's here, Medellin, or however you say it, is like slightly northwest. Okay, I'm just stupid. We're picking up right where we left off with Glenn Close yesterday. Probably two of the worst performances I've had, and they came back to back. I'm very upset. I'm gonna try to recover by going Tunisia to start with. A third day in a row of a good guess. Not as good as yesterday's or the day before's, but still a pretty good first guess. Because these countries in Africa, in North Africa, are so damn big, especially Algeria and Libya, the two that it borders. Like, unless the answer is like Egypt or Morocco, I think we're probably going north. So what if I went France? Not as close, which probably eliminates most of continental Europe. Maybe not like... Yeah, I think that eliminates pretty much all of Europe. So let's go Morocco. Closer than France, but still not as close as Tunisia. So let's go Chad. Chad borders this country. Okay. We know it's not Libya. We said it could be Egypt. It could be Sudan. It could be South Sudan. It could be Central African Republic. It could be Cameroon. It could be Niger. It might be Nigeria. I don't know if Nigeria and Chad technically border each other. I'm pretty sure we've had Central African Republic and South Sudan. I think Cameroon was on Worldle. Maybe Central African Republic was also on Worldle. We've been in this region so many times. Let's go Niger. Niger also borders this country. That's pretty helpful. That eliminates all of this crap. So it's really only Nigeria or Cameroon at this point. Okay, it has to be Nigeria. We made that as hard as possible, but we got out in our magic number 7, and our average did dip below 7 because we were 4 yesterday. I can't remember what we were the day before. There was also the Solomon Islands guess in there somewhere, which I think wound up being like 8 or something like that. Anyway, that was at least we recovered from our Glenn Close Colombian tailspin. We've leveled out. We're still not at cruising altitude, but at least we're not going to crash Maybe. You never know. Let's start with... Apparently Antarctica has a flag. Probably not Antarctica, but... That is either Ghana or Senegal, and I can never remember. I'm pretty sure Senegal has the green star and Ghana has the black star. Otherwise, their flags are the same. Okay, yeah. I'm glad I remembered that one. There's not really anything more to say about that. I will say 10,000 kilometers due north of Antarctica. That's a little dubious. Again, I'm always picking fights with these directions. Antarctica. You could say the United States is due north from Antarctica. You could say Australia is due north from Antarctica. You could say Japan or Russia or any other country on Earth is due north from Antarctica because it's a circle at the bottom of the globe. You could go in any direction, it would be north. Well, I mean, that's not literally true, but it's practically true. I mean, I guess, like, from a certain point of view, like, if you're standing right at the South Pole, like, literally any direction will take you north. You can't go further south, so you have to be going north. Anyway, that was a weird, like, existential moment. I don't know why I got distracted by that. Is that like an angel? What is happening here? Is there like an invisible ship getting hit by water or something? I don't even... This isn't Arrival. I've watched Arrival within the last year, but... Whoa, this looks old. A train. Is this train to boot? This... Oh, wait, no, what? I hit space. I guess I wasn't on the text box, and it didn't even submit a guess. It's not Train to Busan, which is what I was gonna guess. But that's still annoying that I didn't even get to submit a guess. A plane movie. That makes sense considering the opening shot. I haven't seen a whole lot of plane movies, to be honest with you. I've seen Airplane, but I haven't seen, like, Con Air, I haven't seen Air Force One, I haven't seen Non-Stop. I'm sure there's a bunch of other ones. What was that awful Netflix movie last year? Blood Red Sky or something like that? I didn't see it, but I just heard it was terrible. I don't think this would be Air Force One, because this looks like a passenger plane. Oh, it looks like they're, like, maybe in first class. Let's go Con Air. Alright. Cool. I really gotta figure out how to submit the thing that one of my commenters was talking about. I've still been too lazy to look that up. Alright. Skyfall. It has the word sky in it. Wait a minute. The house in the water. I feel like I think maybe my brain is activating... No, I know I've seen this. Right? Right? I feel like my brain is thinking of what... Reminiscence? That was that movie last year. This is not Reminiscence. Why do I always want to say Inception. I know it's not Inception. Oh, it is Inception. What? What is happening here? Is this... Oh, this isn't the sky. This is the mountain. Right? And this is like a footstep or something? I don't remember this at all. This picture looks like it's from 1974. This also looks old as hell. Is that Leonardo DiCaprio? Is that Elliot Page or Joseph Gordon-Levitt? What is happening? Okay, somewhere buried deep within my subconscious, the area where they would mess with if they were incepting me, was this. I don't know. I don't remember this. This has to be Elliot Page, right? But I don't remember... I just remember the house on the water. Yeah, okay. I feel like we've... Again, I think the Sporkle movie quizzes I did, like, really messed with my workflow on Framed, because I feel like we've had Inception, like, 6 times. Maybe it just came up on Sporkle a lot, or maybe I just always guess it. I don't know. My brain is broken, and now I'm afraid to come back here. 2018 Action Adventure Sci-Fi 8.5. That's Avengers Infinity War. Action Adventure Comedy. Another Action Adventure Comedy. Is this... No. I was going to say Spider-Man No Way Home, but it's not long enough. a relatively all very recent films within the last 15 years. Avengers: Age of Ultron. Okay. I'm assuming these are also Marvel movies. What was no, Black Panther was spring of, or like winter of 2018, February, I think. What would this be? Thor Ragnarok? Ragnar. Wait. Ragnar. Okay. What was Chris Hemsworth in? Or who else would have been in Thor Ragnarok? That was what Marvel movies came out last year? There were The Eternals, Shang-Chi, Black Widow. It's none of those. Okay. I don't think this is Chris Hemsworth. Well, maybe it is. No, Chris. I don't know. I don't think he was in movies that were this well received before. Like, wasn't like Thor was like his first thing. Like, I'm sure he did some stuff in Australia, but he was not well known before Thor. So who else is in this? Could be Tom Hiddleston. Do we have like Kong Skull Island? This could be Matt Damon, although that would be a weird filmography to choose. Matt Damon's not in Infinity War, dummy. I've only seen Ragnarok once, and it's been since before Infinity War came out. Anthony Hopkins. This is 2 days in a row that I'm being screwed over by Marvel movies when I figured out what they were within seconds. They were in Age of Ultron. That's actually going to severely limit my cast. Not as much as Ragnarok would, I guess, but I can't think of who's in Ragnarok right now. So in Age of Ultron, you've got the original 6. You've got... Could this be Mark Ruffalo? Because he's in Thor Ragnarok. Where would it be? The Big Short? Or would it be Zodiac? No, this isn't Mark Ruffalo. This is upsetting. It's not Robert Downey Jr. It's not Scarlett Johansson. It's not Jeremy Renner. What are you? 2008 action crime thriller. 2007 is 7.8. Is this I was gonna say Michael, or it could be Michael Clayton. Michael Clayton. One short on both. I haven't seen Michael Clayton. What else is in 2007? Was such a good movie year. This could be. It's not No Country for Old Men. It's not There Will Be Blood. It's not The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. The 2013 biopic. This is gonna drive me insane. And also the 2021 action-adventure comedy. I feel like that's... I would bet a lot of money that I have seen this movie. I've said it a few times over the course of this series. I watched over 100 new releases in 2021. If it got a 7.2 on IMDb, I feel like I probably saw it. Action comedy. Unless it was like Red Notice or some garbage like that. I did not watch that, but this is not Red Notice. It's not Free Guy. Who else? Okay, hold on. It's not Scarlett Johansson, it's not Jeremy Renner, it's not Chris Evans. I don't think it's Samuel L. Jackson. There would be like Django Unchained. Plus, they've said all movies of the actor with at least a rating of 7 will appear. That's severe. That means we know for a fact it's not Mark Ruffalo. We know for a fact it's not Robert Downey Jr. We know for a fact it's not Samuel L. Jackson. We know for a fact it's not Scarlett Johansson. I assume Endgame would definitely be on here. That's like an 8.9 or something like that. And also Under the Skin would be on here if it were Scarlett Johansson. So who's in Infinity War but not in Endgame is the real question. This is Infinity War, right? AvengersInfinity. Yeah. Is it Idris Elba? He plays Heimdall. And he dies at the beginning of Infinity War. Spoiler alert. What else was... I don't know what else Idris Elba has been in. Was he in a movie last year? I feel like he was. He was in Suicide Squad. The Suicide Squad. SUICIDESQUAD. I think this is Idris Elba. The fact that I can't think of any of these biographies that he was in, which are probably like the most respectable movies he was in. I guess Heimdall was in Age of Ultron. I think this is Idris Elba. If it is, I'm kind of proud of that. That was kind of buried underneath there. Molly's Game, American Gangster. I did not know he was in this. I also haven't seen this. Yeah, he was wasn't he like Shere Khan or someone in the Jungle Book? Okay. We should have gotten that faster, but considering it was we knew it was 3 Marvel movies and it was a minor, very obscure character who probably between all 3 of these movies has less than 5 minutes of screen time. I'm pretty proud of that. We still came in right at 22 minutes, which was the length of yesterday's video after editing out like over 20 minutes of it. So much improved. I don't have to do any editing today. Okay, we started poorly, we recovered, we finished strong. Good show. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I hope you're enjoying this series. If you are, please leave a like and subscribe. It really does make a drastic difference in the growth of the channel. Not obviously it makes a direct difference in that like you are literally growing the channel by subscribing, but it changes YouTube's algorithm to suggest my videos more and all of that jazz. So please, if you take the time to make it through 23 minutes, subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't take any time, and it makes a huge difference to me. So think about it, and I will see you guys again tomorrow.